3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Last one. Oh.
To dominate the person you were yesterday, to be the person you want to be tomorrow. Mantown Fitness is a mindset, a way of life.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to another highly beneficial video brought to you by Mantown Fitness. Today we got my companion Abdul Hakim here, certified personal trainer. As promised, today we're going to be going over a discussion, a very brief discussion in regards to training during Ramadan or working out during Ramadan, okay? This has been a question that has been brought up to me in regards to how do I maintain my gains during this month, because a lot of people are afraid they're going to lose their weight. So today we're here to clear up some of the gray areas and some of the myths to this, training during this month. And before we go any further, I just want to stress the importance of remaining in the remembrance of Allah as much as possible. This is a month that we should not be focusing on the dunya per se. We should be growing closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through remembrance, salawat, giving sadaqah. All these things should be done first and foremost, okay? However, there is no harm in training, working out. Just make sure you're not doing it excessive, and like I said, stay in the thick of it. All right. So without further ado, Black Wolverine. Who are you, bro? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Abdul Hakim, first of all, Black Wolverine. I'm Abdul Hakim, founder, me and my family into the Dungeon Fitness, and Black Wolverine, at Black Wolverine, IG. So
we'll put the links in the description.
So long story short about that, what he was saying is we basically want to put an emphasis on Ramadan is for the sake of Allah. Like we fast for the sake of Allah, we sacrifice for the sake of Allah. It's not about the body and how the body looks, and we're fasting to gain nor to, You're supposed to honestly sacrifice and lose weight throughout the month of Ramadan, But since we're all in the fitness field, we have to obviously explain to you, because how you say it's many people who more so don't know how to train during the month of Ramadan, don't know how to hydrate themselves up during the month of Ramadan, don't know how to more so eat while they're on their fitness regimen. So
they don't know what to eat.
Yeah, don't know what to eat.
When it's time to break fast and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So for at the time of sahur, right? What do you eat at the time of sahur, which is the breakfast meal?
More so, I'm a oatmeal. I like cream of wheat. I like oatmeal. I used to eat a lot of grits, but also, cut that out. I'm more so a oatmeal, and the thing about oatmeal, it's a complex carb, and it sits on your. If you make thicker version of oatmeal, it's versions of oatmeal where you could go along throughout the day. We're not really feeling the effect, like I need to eat again, oatmeal. But if you put less water in oatmeal, which I do during the month of Ramadan, it becomes thick, so it sits on your stomach longer, and it's hard, it digests slow,
Nice.
Throughout the body.
Nice. Is that all you?
Oh no, I'm gonna have my sea moss. Obviously, forgot to put that in there also.
You'll be taking it there.
Under the sea moss, we'll put that in also. So I'm gonna have my sea moss, and that's newly also. I've been fasting since seriously since 2013. So I'm gonna have probably 2.5 to 3 bottles of let's say the Deer Park, probably like around what's that, 16.9, 17 ounce bottles of Deer Park. I need at least 3 of them. I have to stay hydrated. That's a must. And so I say with the oatmeal, you might have 2 boiled eggs in the morning, and I need about 2.5 to 3 bottles of water, and then I'm more so ready to go. And I'll have my sea moss, and games also during the morning time, you know. So
Yeah, that's definitely a good point that he made in regards to staying hydrated. It's not like how we were like a few summers ago when we were fasting during the summer. When Ramadan was coming in, a lot later in the year. Well, mashallah, what we're doing now is just still trying to focus on staying hydrated, point blank period. If you're in this, in the training field, you're working out, you gotta stay hydrated. That way you have gas in your tank, you know what I mean? You're not gonna drive from here to New York City on an empty tank. Likewise, you shouldn't be training, on an empty tank either. So, yeah, as far as sahur for me, this year I'm switching things up. As you guys know, I'm plant-based. So oatmeal has always been my go-to meal. I'm getting more so back into the oatmeal for breakfast. And inshallah, I'm gonna be having oatmeal, I'll be having my spelt flour waffles and pancakes. These are the type of things that, with our body types, of us being ectomorphs, we burn off fat or calories pretty fast. So we have to, what we deplete, we got to put back in our body so that way we can maintain throughout the day. Training or non-training, we have to have our calories in our body just to, to be able to be at that level that we need to be at. Yeah, functioning level. Yeah. So as far as your training is concerned, like my recommendation is to never train in the morning. If you're training in the morning, make sure it's before sahur. If you haven't really done this before, or if you're not mentally built like that, I've trained and worked out during the midday before. Sometimes it went well, sometimes it didn't. But for the most part, this year I'm focusing on other things. Alhamdulillah, more so trying to learn more Quran. So I'm not going to be training throughout the midday. I'll probably train 3 days out the week towards Maghrib at the time of iftar.
So I'm not to cut you off, but and more so, if you're fasting. Like it's soon as fasting Monday, Thursday. So if you're fasting throughout the year, and let's say leading up to the month of Ramadan, it will become much easier when the month approaches and you can go into, because you're not saying you're playing with your body, but you're preparing yourself. So that means you're already prepared to go into the month of Ramadan on a certain type of stomach or with a certain type of energy, and more so how your body is going to react on certain type of exercises, routines, and so on. So if you're this is based on with intermittent fasting, like what they say. A lot of individuals, you see them, they're cutting weight, or they do certain type of training routines, and they get more gains. I'm using a train of thought, but I'm twisted right now. But with intermittent fasting, it's sort of like the same thing. If you was to be doing that, but if you're fasting leading up to the month of Ramadan, it's much easier than just going right into it. You know what I mean? And just trying to train and trying to maintain that certain level of degree of energy.
Yeah, so because on that note, like your body will be more accustomed to that level. If you're already doing this periodically throughout the year, whether it's your 3 times a month or your Monday and Thursdays, then at that point your body will be able to easily adapt to 29 or 30 days straight of no food from sunrise to sunset. But as far as the iftar is concerned, once it's time to break fast, that's around the time you're going to start training. If you're going to train either right before Maghrib, like an hour before Maghrib, alhamdulillah, that's good. That's highly recommended. And then when it's time to break fast, then you can replenish your body with the dates or the water. And then furthermore, that way your body is easily breaking in after being fasting all day. It can easily digest those things. And then you just want to have something whole, have something whole, especially if you just got done working out. Have something whole, whether it be a chicken breast with whatever you're getting into, with some rice or cabbage, whatever you're eating. Make sure it's something whole, you know what I mean? And either if you're going to work out after you break fast, eat something small. Eat something small to where as though it's like a smoothie, or maybe so it's like some oatmeal, something that can, that you can burn, but it's not going to have you stuffed. And that's another thing. Don't stuff yourself. Do not stuff yourself. You will not be able to eat what how can I put this?
You know what I'm trying to say? Like when people be stuffing themselves, you probably had it. I had those moments where I stuffed myself and
Stuff yourself before or after?
after breaking fast.
Oh, after breaking
And
fast,
it's like,
trying to train out, that food's gonna take a while to digest.
I'm like, oh, I don't want to move. I want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Nah, that's not the
especially
move.
on hot days.
Yeah, that's not the move, man. Be mindful of that.
And also, I'm gonna pass it on. Don't, if you're not used to fasting, especially, don't work your heavy muscle groups more so immediately because your body isn't hydrated enough. You know what I mean? You have to replenish yourself. You want to be hydrated. And people know, like, who work legs and they cramp. I'm someone that cramps. On certain days, I will really lock up and I won't get that same strength. I'm talking before and doing the workout, and I know what it is. It's because I have my body isn't hydrated. I don't have enough fluids in me at that time. So I'm gonna let you know, if you're fasting and if you're going to work like legs or heavy muscle groups or doing heavy lifts on bench or anything of that sort, anything heavy, but especially on legs, don't do it. I had a bad experience with legs before, and I was shaking, like I thought I was having not to say a seizure, but I thought my body was locking up while I was working out. No, a little bit after I did the leg routine, I think I did deadlifts, heavy deadlifts. I could have did squats, but yeah, that's just something you want to keep in mind.
And like another thing, like don't make it seem like this is nothing that can't be done. You know what I'm saying? This is something that can definitely be done. It just doesn't need to be excessive. All right, it should not be excessive. We should not be spending hours in the gym, 90 minutes in the gym, or anything of that nature. We should be, honestly, in my opinion, 30 to 45 minutes and we're done. 30, 45 minutes and we're done. You know what I mean? And believe me when I tell you, if it's non-stop hit, body weight or you're lifting weights, 30, 45 minutes is enough. I'm telling you, just keep it moving, pace yourself, and that should be it. You will maintain your gains. You may lose some power, you may not. It just all depends on the individual. You know what I mean?
You may not lose weight.
Yeah, you may not lose weight, but you may change your shape. It just all depends on the individual, man. Like, body types are different. A male is different from, a person a regular guy may be different than a person that's always in the gym. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, it's so many different variables, but for the most part, just be smart. Do not be training in the middle of the day. Do not be training after iftar. Excuse me, not iftar, sahur. Wait till the end of the day. You got anything else?
It's about it. Oh yeah, break your fast. The dates actually they give you that natural energy boost, natural sugar.
Yes,
so
natural
once
sugar,
you break your fast with the dates, you try to get in as many. 3, 4, you eat 7 a day, certain type of days, keep the black magic away, shaitan away. So, yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, that natural sugar definitely do something for you. If you guys like this video, like, share, save, subscribe, all that good stuff, send it to a buddy. Be on the lookout for more content dropping soon, y'all. We out of here.
To dominate the person you were yesterday, to be the person you want to be tomorrow. Mantown Fitness is a mindset, a way of life.